Ebusuya memo akwaba sonko kura de obeye Citi TV ebusuya na makacho se Ghana manyosema etweguo eye hot political update na mrebe dum channel eso sanso na sema hodo a efeye baba na bo Kennedy akompre kunkunkunkunkum berma Ohene Agyapong bema o sinsum asara ha no sem de bibiri na obeti e channel eso intine no first time about channel with the mesro of modding subscribe channel for me na share video we from onua no nye bi hwante di ekoso e wo my Ghana ha like it na comment it na mi hu so agenti afa sa insemi ehun ediam je so uncle Addo Ken ebuzua obi ba je kene ne nkofo de sisi de te in fact insem bi o mo keka na no de pa odwen ho an odwen ko ekiri pa se na waka se ebuzo mo se de aka 9 pe na 9 pe na aka no mo logic ni nyina na se Dr. Bawumia ko election 2024 in fact okoye no isifu ankasa result ne kiremu a okura 41% nti omu kiremu dia so okura 41% a onya 9 ede soso a next wa eden onya 50% ebetumi amana be Ghana man panyin ai nti omu kiremu a omu ka kire MPP delegates for say aka 9 pe ena obekọ no for election 2028 nti je do bi fufuro bi aba on say nipa kro no constant from afresh eno na nkofo say na logic be nie ebuzo logic be nie na yewura Dr. Palgrave dankwa na nado dankwa kufuado wo faase nimpon on na sisi ebinom ka say do ya administrator e wo yewura Kennedy akompre kon berma Ohene Agyapong campaign team no ai ekopim officer na ebuzo waka zemi si na zeme na akweke kan basase ene ne nkofo so afa asem omoke in fact party with intellectuals ebuzo afusia de adane beans for ani if is odwene ho a wonti ase me medi nka kasa ase wo se obi oka dem asem no nja asase mo ka if is a KG2 ni even onko kaswa nempo onka dem asem we so kwa kopre eye class profeta misile KG2 ni onko class prophet position pon onka dem asem we na wo a ofra ho se we political party mo amofra mo se mo na mo belidi eye Ghana da ne ho nkro no ba e na mo ka dem asem ende sa logic ne de kwade a ende eduru ho no mo ndisi fu anso yen kan che mo se mo so ai mo na mo win yen kan che easy say easy don't organize any election in election 2028 because Bawumia 41 padada ende ndisi fu so say 56 dada na fa yakunya na fa mo nto aso ebuso mo ka asem mo kan ento aso in fact insuo bi anyina asem no mu in fact sebi o momfa nchemi o asem we nyansem ye nim ebuso mo mientie yewura Palgrave nsemo kan
I have moved from the earlier position that I was so I cannot hold brief for some comments that are made. I am with Kennedy Agyapong as the one
well, that so if you have to condemn, that
I'm coming that will lead the party for us. As for comments that are made, sometimes, you know, this morning I was praying that I don't have to make a comment on the 9% that is left because some of the comments you're not too sure whether it is a voodoo analysis. You're not too sure whether it is a scientific or unscientific analysis.
You allowed it for 8 years.
You are not too sure. I mean, sometimes you even get confused. I mean, because you see, I have always stated that you need a flag bearer that can carry all the parliamentarians along. I mean, we have not even finished with our primaries. And you are assuming that you would win the primaries, and for that reason, it is left with 9% pay. When you have been the candidate in this Fourth Republic that has recorded the lowest number of votes than any of the parliamentary candidates put together. In the 2024 general election, all the parliamentarians put together had 5 million votes. You had 4 million votes from 1996 till date. It's never happened before.
Well,
but it wasn't a conversation I wanted to have.
Very well.
So
let's not
can have his bite. Every other Ghanaian can have their bite. But for us, the Kennedy Agyapong camp, we are winning to victory. But, you know, let me come to the violence. Look, my brother, Nana, it's scary. It is extremely scary. I am living in shock. But let me use this opportunity to greet the Gamanche.
Okay.
Ni Taki Tieko True the second. He has stated that he is hosting the capital. And so I will put this at his doorstep, that the capital needs a lot of peace. The capital, when I heard, I don't speak Ghana fluently, but I've heard that we should move from Akwaba to Odake. Obake. Okay, so we should move from Akwaba to Obake. That argument we can have later.
Yeah.
Because, that prominently, a sizable number of people are easily able to speak the Tree language. And so I don't think that is by dint of anything. I mean, 2/3 of Ghanaians are easily able to speak the Tree language. But if the Ga community is hosting the capital, then we want to continually live in peace. And it's scary that you see police people run away. When I saw the videos, I was scared. The police people were running away from the gunshots that were coming from civilians. I mean, I was totally shocked that this is happening in our capital. And it's happening in our capital that we are losing 6 lives. And the festival has not even happened yet. These are just preliminary foundational things they are doing to the gods and all of those other things that we have always known. I think that this is extremely unfortunate. I think that it should be investigated. I think that we should call and plead with the Gamanche who is hosting the capital. We thank him for the remembrance that the Ga people are hosting us. So all of us are migrants into the capital. So we are pleading with him that as migrants into the capital, they should host us in peace so that we don't live in fear. But the level of death that is happening across the country is troubling. Sometime 26th of August this year, there were 6 people that were injured up in the north. And before I come to the issues that happened, let me commend the Ghana Police Service, because they were able to seize weapons from the Gonja warriors in Daboya, and I want to ask some more questions, because we have very senior persons in this country who hail from the Gonja land. I mean, we are aware that our president is from the Gonja land. We are aware that the National Security Coordinator is from the Gonja land. We are aware, very, very senior people. And I want to ask why the Gonja warriors were arrested and they were released. There are Ghanaians that have fled to Burkina Faso and Cote d'Ivoire now as refugees, as I speak to you, because of these issues that are happening. And we must always be minded, and I've always stated this, that we are surrounded by countries that are going through unrest, both by terrorism and both by destabilizing democratically elected governments. And so we must hold our peace with not just 2 hands, with our legs, with everything that we can do, so that we don't have the challenges that we are having. But it calls for a lot more worry that people have arms and they can wield those arms in the presence of security uniform personnel. That's troubling. That's almost like our security personnel are being overpowered. That is why when the IGP says that he is not going to deploy military personnel into the by-election, we really hope that the police would be able to attend to the situations. Because we've had elections in this country where police, who we know that as part of their accoutrement, they must have guns. But we've had elections where police don't hold any guns. And if it's a uniform, anybody can wear a uniform. But what makes the police enforce the law is the full accoutrements that they may have, and they should have. That puts a lot of, because imagine these police that were protecting these Homowo people were protected very well with guns, with all of those other things that we know. Do you think that civilians would have the audacity to be shooting? That's why police will run for cover. Run for cover. You understand? But for me, I will plead with the Gamanche. He's hosting the capital. The capital has a lot of resources. It is in the same capital that the President of the Republic of Ghana has his office. And so we don't want to record such chaos. We don't want to see such chaos make it to the international waves, that the city of Accra It's not peaceful. People are going about their festivals, and 6 people are dying. I'm even told that the son of one of the kings is also shot. And so you can imagine what would happen in the following weeks, because people would definitely want to revenge.
So reprisal attacks.
Absolutely. So there are lots of issues that we must deal with, but we must not forget the issues that are happening up north in Bole. People are fleeing to Cote d'Ivoire. People are fleeing to Burkina Faso. Ghanaians are becoming refugees. In a peaceful country, people are running to become refugees in countries where they either have military juntas or they either have threats of terrorism. And so they need to be able to look at that. I'm aware that President John Dramani Mahama has deployed all the security couples this morning up in the north. I pray and hope that they will be able to...
The IGP was there over the weekend.
Good. I pray and hope. I mean, all of them, I read the stories. I hope and pray that they will be able to mediate this immediately, because it's a threat. Ghana must not be threatened at all, and we need to enjoy our peace.